Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your December 2019 horoscope for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards, as well as on your right you see some major transits that we're going to go through as well. So as always, we are using the Rider Tarot deck. The Connolly Tarot deck, the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck, and playing cards. And don't forget that there is a 1,000 subscriber special. If you are interested, then feel free to leave a comment, loyal fan down below. Now, starting on December 2nd, we see Jupiter move into Capricorn. And so we see this big shift as Jupiter moves into Capricorn. As Jupiter is leaving its home sign of Sagittarius, where at the moment it is asking us to be faithful and optimistic as it is opening up doorways and so as it moves into Capricorn, where the energy starts to become more intense, more serious, you are being asked to be more consistent and more serious about your path and what your destiny and your destined path looks like in life. And so what doorways are you willing to open up? What are you willing to work to accomplish in life, moving into this new space in 2020 that is all about this destined connection of what serves you and fulfills you completely, and what home and security truly looks like, that serves you and who you truly are. And on December 9th, we see Mercury move into Sagittarius. So Mercury is in detriment in Sagittarius. Mercury trying to find clarity and information, looking through all the smaller details as Sagittarius is looking from a much bigger perspective. And so Mercury does not work quite well here. And so it's important, as Mercury is in Sagittarius, to not get lost in the little details and to really look at the big picture of the journey that you are on and the destination that you are headed for in life. And on December 12th, we close out this lunar cycle that we started with the new moon in Sagittarius with a full moon in Gemini. And so through this journey that you were on and through these experiences and opportunities that you have taken on, these doorways that you have opened, there is knowledge and wisdom that comes from this. So you will be given information about the destiny that you are headed for. Now, also on the same day, we see Chiron come direct. So Chiron has been retrograde for most of 2019 in the sign of Aries, of course, dismantling the ego of these identity attachments and who we think we are, who we believe we are. And so as Chiron comes direct, it's the realization of who we are versus who we think we are. And so this shift calls for us to step into our true selves, into what truly is attached to who we really are. And on the 20th, Venus moves into Aquarius. And as Venus shifts out of this space in Capricorn, making this conjunction to the South Node, where it is focused on reputation and status and what is of the highest value, it'll move into Aquarius, where we go even higher into what relationships, what values, what things do we love and appreciate and find worth in that are of a higher frequency, that resonate with us on a conscious level. And there is something about this energy that is unique, that is different, with it being in Aquarius, of these unexpected values and relationships and resources coming into your life, of these new attachments and connections that you may not be expecting. And so some of these most least expected things are of the highest value for you. So don't close your doorways. Spirit is opening up doorways for you in some of the most unexpected ways in your life. And on the 22nd, the sun shifts into Capricorn. And so this starts us off on a new season of moving out of this faithful, optimistic, belief of searching and seeking out this higher level of understanding and knowledge, and moving into a space of discipline, hard work, and a serious ambition to achieve these goals, to get to this destined space. And so what are you willing to do to get to that destined space in your life? Are you going to be consistent? Are you going to apply the work and the steps to get there? And of course, this Capricorn season takes us into the new year, which is all about this new home base, this new security, this new divine emotional connection of what truly serves you in your life. And on the 26th, depending on where you are, for some of you it will be on Christmas Day, but we have this Christmas new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn, which is a new doorway. This is a new lunar cycle in Capricorn that is heading us towards destiny, that is asking us to trust in the process and to do the work that is necessary to get to this high place that serves you best in your life. And of course, it is a solar eclipse, and so it is a evolution. It is us stepping into a higher space in our lives. And there is something about how this moment of blacking out the sun is of not being able to see the outcome, but being able to feel into where you are headed. And so there is something here about, are you willing to trust your intuition? Are you willing to go through this doorway even though you can't necessarily see the outcome? And then we end with the last major shift being of Mercury moving into Capricorn. And so Mercury in Capricorn is a sort of an odd position for Mercury. Mercury does not feel weak in Capricorn, but it does not feel as though it's in its true power and dignity here. And so Mercury in Capricorn is a shift in the way that we think and communicate, being more structured, more disciplined, more systematic, more about getting to the point and achieving goals in our lives. So, let's take a look at the cards. So we start off with the Nine of Pentacles. And so there is this call to close out an old doorway in your life of these old structures, these old systems, these old values. And there is something about how, with being a Taurus, there is this need to hold on to what is secure and what is safe. But this is asking you to close the door on this old need for security, to step into something that is better, something that is higher, something that resonates with who you truly are. And so there is an old doorway that needs to be closed as far as these old things that you've been holding on to. And here we see death, and to have the patience to sit down and reflect on what no longer serves you and start clearing them out. Start to go with the flow of the universe and trust in your intuition. Because you know that it is time to close out this old chapter. And once again, this is confirmed with judgment in reverse. A lot of you are resisting to make that judgment call within yourself. And judgment is here to say, are you willing to make that call in yourself? Are you willing to step up to the next level and step into what you know serves you and what is divine in your life? This is destiny call with justice. Are you willing to step up to destiny? To step into this destined space of what is truly beautiful and what is truly magnificent in your life. But of course, it starts with closing out this old chapter of what no longer serves you. Which Temperance, it does bring in balance into your life, peace, harmony. And so by staying in this old space that feels comfortable or peaceful, there's resistance to your path because you're being called to something that is more aligned with who you are, something that is better, something that is more secure and more peaceful and more true to who you are. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, it is almost as if you are unsure about the path to destiny of where you are going. Too many choices, too many decisions, of this confusion of trying to figure out where to go. Because there is something about the Seven of Cups that is choices of what decision are you going to make. But with the Seven of Cups in reverse, you aren't making a decision at all. You're deciding not to make a decision about where you are headed, about where you are going. And so it is time for you to make a choice to move forward towards what serves you best. Decide what cup, what direction you will take in your life. Which takes us to the Chariot, which once again, the Chariot is destiny moving you in the direction that you are meant to go. Right? There's something about the Chariot that is connected to the sign of Cancer, of this cardinal water sign, of initiating action off of the feeling, off of the intuition. And so Spirit is leading you and guiding you in the direction, but will you take that Chariot? And the Knight of Swords in reverse is saying it's time to make a decision. It's time to find the truth. It's time to align your thoughts with a decision about where you are headed. And so you know, with the Knight of Swords, you know. Right, with the Knight of Swords, there's a thought that leads you down this path, down this adventure. And so you know, but there is something where you are resisting what you know that'll take you down this path. And so are you willing to face the truth? Are you willing to face what you know you need to do to walk down this road, to go down this path, this journey? And we talked a lot about this with a lot of the other signs of this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, of a lot of people resisting their destiny, trying to control what the outcome will look like. And there is something here about this shift into 2020 that is about trusting in what Spirit has for you and trusting in the plan. But as people are trying to control the outcome and what it will look like, there is something here about how you are resisting the greatest gift by trying to figure out what is it going to look like. And there's something, if we talk about Christmas, about how you don't know what is in the wrapping, right? You don't know what the gift will look like. But when you open it, it is a big surprise because it is unexpected, but it is something that is better than what you thought. And there's something about this Wheel of Fortune in reverse that is very much like this. And we talked about this with the solar eclipse, about how it is unexpected, about how it can't be predicted, but it is better than what you thought, that it is destiny, that it is what Spirit has waiting for you. So are you going to resist that by trying to control what it looks like? It's almost as if trying to control what it looks like is narrowing it down to a smaller amount of possibilities, where you can have infinite possibilities if you are open and faithful and optimistic. Sagittarius, this Sagittarius journey that we are on, about what is possible. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, again, there is something about this journey that you need to go down. But there's something about the Cups that is different from Swords, that the Cups is water, of this feeling, this intuition, this internal knowing. And there's always something about the Knight of Cups where he has to make a choice to go down this path based off of his intuition that he's being offered. But are you going to follow your intuition? Or are you going to doubt your intuition and step back into old patterns and old ways of being that no longer serve you? And so it is a choice to walk down this path and to trust in your intuition. And once again, with the Three of Cups, this intuition is strong. Right, we're seeing a lot of Cups energy just to show you that you are being intuitively guided towards your path. And there's something about the Three of Cups that you can't necessarily see this, but you are being given guidance and assistance from all of your support team. From your angels, from your guides, from spirit. Everyone is here guiding you and directing you on the right path. And there's something about taking on the opportunity that the Three is about opportunity to make the right steps on this path, on this journey. And it's a celebration. It is a celebration of what you have accomplished, what you have achieved, and where you are headed. But for a lot of you, again, if we go back to the beginning, there is this old chapter that needs to be closed about these old belief systems and doubts. A lot of you doubting your intuition, doubting what you know. Remember that sword, that Knight of Swords, about you already know this path. You already know. And even with the Knight of Cups, you have this internal knowing of where you need to head. But a lot of you doubting your intuition, doubting your guidance. And with the Three of Spades, again, we deal with the Three of this opportunity of experience of the journey, and the Spades of air, of thought, of needing to be more open-minded to what Spirit has for you. But there's also something here about how the Spades is cutting and severing out these old belief systems, these old places that you have gone, to make room for something new, for a new journey, a new experience. And again, we saw the Knight of Swords, very similar to this Jack of Spades here, about you have the answers, you know, but are you willing to go down this path, down this journey? Down this new journey, this new experience. But with the Four of Clubs, again, there's something about moving into this new space of the clubs being fire, being of what warms your heart, of what fills you with joy and excitement of for being this new security, this new foundation in your life. And so building onto this new form of security in your life that better serves you and it brings you joy and happiness is a part of this journey that you are being called to go down. And with the Two of Hearts, removing old relationships, old systems, old belief systems, old structures, anything that does not serve you, that you are connected, attached to, removing these things out of your life. And again, we talked about this earlier, about ending out this old chapter. This will be the third time that we see 9 of the 9 of Hearts, of 9 being the end of needing to close out this old chapter. And again, we talked about this with the Two of Hearts, that this is a time to end this old connection, this old attachment to what no longer serves you, with the Hearts being that of, for some of you, a relationship, a job, a belief system, anything that you are attached and connected to, time to remove it. And we saw the same energy with this 9 of Cups, that you are emotionally attached and involved in something that needs to be removed, something that needs to come to an end, to a completion. Which takes us to the 7 of Diamonds, of you are going to go through this spiritual growth and evolution as you remove what no longer serves you. And going through this growth, very physical growth, of building a new foundation, a new form of security in your life. These old ways of security and stability that you have fixated on that no longer serve you, as they are removed, you are growing and building a new form of security and stability in your life. And there is something to say about how Taurus is this fixed stability of wanting to stay in what is secure and comfortable. And we end with 2 sixes. 6s dealing with the peace and the harmony that comes from this journey and this experience. And we are looking at Hearts and Diamonds of this new connection and this new stability that brings peace and harmony and joy to you. And for some of you, this is dealing with a new relationship, a new business, a new home. For some of you, it is just a new belief system, new values, right? This shift into what truly serves you and truly brings peace and harmony into your life. And again, we talked about this, but with Jupiter here, it is time for you to expand in your life. It is time for you to go on a journey where you are open to what is possible, where you are open to grow and expand in your life, open to what Spirit has for you, able to have that faith and believe in your intuition and what Spirit is telling you. But with Aries in reverse, some of you are not willing to act on this. Some of you are not willing to step into this, as Aries is the leader of the zodiac, of this initiating force of stepping into what is new. So are you willing to take these steps to start this new journey in your life? And again, with Venus here, this is something that is beautiful. This is something that brings in peace and harmony into your life. This new opportunity that is beneficial to you. And so there is peace and harmony that comes of this. There is a new form of security that comes from this with Venus here. But with Mercury, again, you need to trust in your guides communicating to you. You need to trust in the information that is there. You know. With Mercury here, you know. Remember that Mercury is the messenger bringing you the information and the clarity. But a lot of your guides are acting as messengers right now. Spirit is acting as a messenger. Your angels are acting as messengers, bringing you this intuitive message and guidance to move into your better life, to move into this better space in your life. So that was your December 2019 horoscope for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And I will see you in the next video.